In today's lesson, we'll be learning about and practicing adding integers using models, meeting the requirements for TEKS 63C. In this lesson, we'll be using two types of models to represent our addition problems. We'll be using counters, and we'll also be using number lines. Counters can be used to represent positive or negative integers. When we represent positive integers, we'll often use yellow circles. Each yellow circle represents positive 1. But you may also see black circles or a positive symbol in a circle. All three of these represent the same thing, positive 1. For negative integers, you'll normally see a red circle to represent negative 1. But you might also see a negative symbol in a circle, and it would represent exactly the same thing, negative 1. When representing positive integers, say for example the number 5, you might see or draw for yourself 5 yellow counters, where each counter represented positive 1. So that 5 counters represented positive 5. But you could also see 5 black counters or 5 positive symbols inside of a circle, and these would represent exactly the same thing. Positive 1 for each counter, in this case positive 5 for all 5 counters. When representing negative integers, say for example negative 6, you would normally draw or see 6 red counters, where each counter represented negative 1, so that 6 negative counters would represent negative 6. And of course, as I said earlier, you might instead see or use a negative symbol in a circle to represent the same thing, negative 1, where the total of 6 negative symbols in circles would also represent negative 6. So when using counters, we should expect to see yellow counters, black counters, or positive symbols in a circle to represent positive integers. We should also expect to see red circles or a negative symbol in a circle to represent negative integers. Another way to model integers would be to use a number line. I can use a number line to graph the location of any integer. If I'm interested in graphing the location of the integer 5 or positive 5, I'd simply draw a number line, remembering that the numbers to the right of 0 are positive. Beginning at 0, I would move to the right, because all of the larger positive numbers are to the right. And when I arrived at 5, I would place a closed circle at 5 to graph the location of positive 5. Now, of course, if I were looking to do something similar with a negative integer, once again, I could draw a number line, remembering that all of the integers to the left of 0 are negative. And if I now wanted to model the integer negative 4, again, starting at 0, now I'm moving left. And I'm moving left because left is less. And negative 4 would be here, where I would place a closed circle at negative 4 to indicate the location of the integer negative 4. If I'm adding 5 plus 5, I think we'd agree we'd expect the sum to be 10. Well, if I modeled this using counters, I would draw 5 yellow counters to represent positive 5, another 5 yellow counters to represent positive 5, and I would simply count my counters to see that my sum must be 10. On a number line, beginning at 0 and moving right for the positive integers, I could draw my number line, and then once I had done that, beginning at 0, I would move to the right to get to my first integer, which was 5. So now I'm at the number 5, and it says to add 5 more. So to add 5 means to move to the right. Adding is going to the right. Positive is to the right. More positive is certainly to the right. And so I move 5 more steps to the right until I arrive at 10, where I graph the solution using a solid circle or closed circle. Now, if my example were to add 2 negative integers, say -3 and -4, maybe we won't put a sum yet because we're not entirely sure how this is going to play out. Although if you're guessing, that's great because it's always good to have some idea in your mind of what you think it's going to be. In fact, I think it's going to be -7. But let's see how this plays out. So first, I model -3 with 3 red counters. And then I model -4 with 4 red counters. I can read this problem as -3 and -4. Well, -3 and -4, when I count these counters, give me a total of -7, which is what I have as my sum. On a number line, again beginning at 0 and remembering that everything to the left of 0 is less. In fact, everything to the left of 0 is negative, and the further left I go, the less I become. I begin at 0, and I move to -3, my first integer. I go left to -3. Then, once I've arrived at -3, I look at my problem and it says add -4. Well, we know normally adding would mean go to the right, except here I'm not adding a positive, which would move right. I'm adding a negative, which continues to go left. So I go 4 more steps to the left. And as I go 4 more steps to the left, I land at -7. -3 plus -4 is -7. Now, what if I was adding a positive and a negative? 4 plus -5. 4 and -5. Well, I could model my 4 or +4 with 4 yellow counters, and my -5 with 5 red counters. Now, I can't combine yellow and red. I mean, if I did that, I'd end up with like an orange counter, and what is that? It's neither positive nor negative, and I'd be confused. But if you remember what we've talked about, 0 pairs, if you remember what a 0 pair is, then you would remember that you could simply cross out one positive and one negative because they represent 0. A positive and negative, another 0. A positive and negative, another 0. All I'm doing is eliminating the zeros. And then I look to see what's left. Once I've eliminated the zeros, I realize my sum must be -1. That's the only counter remaining. And that if I were to try and show this on a number line, I would probably have something that looked like this. Beginning at 0 and moving to the right where everything is positive, and then beginning at 0 and moving to the left where everything is negative. Let's see how this works out. I begin at 0, and I move right 4 because positive 4 is to the right of 0. And that's where my problem begins. I'm at 4. And now it says add negative 5. Now normally we would say, well, adding, that's to go to the right. Except I'm not adding a positive, right? All of the positive integers are to the right. I'm adding negative. So it says, give me 4 and give me negative 5. And since I know negative 5 is left from 4, I'm now going to go left 5 places to represent the negative 5. And when I do, I land at negative 1. Negative 1 is 5 places to the left of positive 4. 4 plus negative 5 equals negative 1. Now, what if I had the same integers, only the other way around? In other words, instead of 4 plus negative 5, I have negative 5 plus 4. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, wait a minute, same integers, still adding, the numbers have just been flipped in their position. That sounds like commutative property. The order in which I add two numbers doesn't matter. So this should still come out to negative 1. Let's see if it works. Negative 5 would be modeled with 5 red counters. Positive 4 would be modeled with 4 yellow counters. I'm not combining red and yellow because I'm not interested in orange counters. But what I am going to do is eliminate the 0 pairs. 1 positive and 1 negative make 0. So as long as I eliminate them in a pair, I'm not changing the value because I'm only eliminating 0. If I take away 0, I haven't changed anything. The only remaining counter is a negative counter, so negative 1. And if I were to model this on the number line, again, beginning at 0, everything to the right is positive. Everything to the left is negative. And I know the first integer in my problem is negative 5. So starting at 0, we're going to go left because that's where the negative integers are, all the way to 5, where our problem begins. And now I'm adding 4. Add typically means to go to the right, and since I'm adding positive, I'm definitely going right. So from negative 5, I'm now going right 4 steps. And once I've moved 4 steps, I realize I've landed at negative 1. So I'm still on the left side of 0, and I'm at negative 1. Negative 5 plus 4 equals negative 1, which is exactly the same solution as 4 plus negative 5. Commutative property. The order in which I add my two numbers doesn't matter. In this lesson, we added integers using models. I showed you two types of models. Counters, representing positive integers. Counters, representing negative integers. And then I also showed you how you could use a number line to get a visual representation of what was going on in your addition problem. Counters and number lines are two fantastic modeling tools that you can use when adding integers.